Welcome everybody to the Fermented Fanatics. This is episode number 2. I am always Jersey John, and that is my brother
I am the
Eric Butcher. And we're getting back together again for another week of beer reviews.
Yes, sir.
So
One of my favorite days of the week.
That's right. That's right. Besides tonight, we got our podcast and all that kind of stuff. That'll be some fun.
Indeed.
This is definitely the highlight of my week. And so other than that, I say we get right to it. What do you think? I want to drink.
I do too.
All right.
I do too. Definitely do. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first this
All
week.
right.
I'll go first
All
this
right.
week.
Didn't you go first last week?
No, you went first last week.
All right. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever.
Either way. So, all right. So I have here a Belgian style ale with cherries. It is from Spellbound Brewery. It's called Belgian Triple Cherry. There you go.
Sounds really good.
It is a local to me. It's brewed in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and canned out of Mount Holly. And we're gonna try it out. Cue the sexy pour music.
I'm pouring mine too.
Yeah.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, it is a nice color. Should have a pole behind me.
A what?
I'm gonna superimpose like a stripper pole behind me. So, and then what do you got? What do you got?
Oh, this is from Fathead Brewery. This is the Bumbleberry.
Ooh.
Okay. This is just part 1 of 2. The other one I have, which we're going to get into in a little bit, is Ohio City Oatmeal Stout by Great Lakes.
There you go.
Now, for our viewers out there, because I already told you about it, this is an oatmeal stout, and this is a blueberry ale. I'm going to put them together, and we're going to do a blueberry muffin, black and tan.
Nice.
They're really good.
So this one, I'm not making the same mistake I made last week. This is the strongest of the two. This is 8.5%. Like I said, it is a pale ale with cherries. No real special other ingredients. But yeah. So, cheers, brother.
Cilantro.
And let's do it. Right off the bat, you smell the hops on this one.
Mm.
Ooh.
Cherries?
Yeah, like the almost like a dry wine. You know, like you have like a dry wine kind of a flavor sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. I mean, I'm not shitting on the brewery. I'm sure they do an amazing job. But for my taste, it's not great.
Good cover.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll drink it. Like, it's not something that I would drink continuously. But I'll definitely drink it. I mean, it's good.
So, like, consistency-wise, it's kind of like just a IPA. It's not too thick or anything.
Yeah, it's super thin. Gives a good coat. Like I said, I mean, it's a pale ale, so it's not as hoppy as an IPA. It's smooth. It's, you know, and you get that little back bite. And then you get the cherries on the end. You don't really get it as you're going in.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
No, like I said, it's tasty. It's, you know, but again, it's one of these things where, like, for me, I'm not a fucking alky, but like, if I'm gonna drink, this is not the one I would go. But it's a good breakup beer. Like, it's a good, like, I'm gonna try something different. You know.
Cool.
But yeah.
Mine. That'd be the Bumbleberry here. We'll talk about one at a time, and then I'll put them together. But the Bumbleberry is really good. A lot like your beer. It's very smooth, but it's got more of that ale taste to it. It's not dry, like you were just describing yours over there. Mm. Hell, it's got a nice,
Yeah.
nice color there. You definitely get a little bit of the blueberry in there. It's not overpowering. It's not strong. It's just kind of like a note. Um, I love this beer. This beer is fantastic.
Very good.
So
Very good.
I would sit there and just drink this.
A nice Sunday beer.
On the other hand, the stout. Now, I haven't had the Great Lakes oatmeal stout yet.
Mm.
I saw it and I was like, wow, cool. Definitely a stout. Not like the other oatmeal stouts I've had.
Okay.
A little more, and I mean, it could be because it's in a can. I don't know, but a little bit more carbonation than I'm used to. Can definitely taste the oatmeal in there, though. It's a good smooth stout.
Nice.
I do like the darker beers. Now we're gonna edit in this video later on, or y'all might get it as a short, but I'm gonna try and pour for my black and tan here. And this is the first time I'm ever pouring a black and tan. First time, so I'm probably gonna mess it up.
Can you adjust your camera a little bit to see?
No, it's not gonna work. We talked about that already.
That's right. My fault.
You gotta kind of go real slow, and it still looks like it's kind of just mixing.
Uh-oh.
It didn't go very black and tan. It just kind of mixed.
More kind of a brown.
Or kind of like a very light colored stout. So it didn't work very well. As I followed all the directions, I went nice and slow. I'm going like super slow, and it's still just mixing. I don't get it.
Maybe when it settles.
It's not supposed to settle. Anyway, so not successful. Not successful.
Oh, it's definitely a hell of a lot darker.
Oh, it's a lot darker because there's stout in there now.
Well, I mean, the black and tan for me, like I always considered a black and tan to be black beer, tan foam. Oh. Yeah.
I could drink this for a long time. This is super good, and it does taste a little bit like because you get you'll get like the blueberry and the oatmeal, and it does kind of taste a little bit like a blueberry muffin. You get hints of both in there, and it's really good. Nice. It's really good. Nice. But if you're gonna get it, get it somewhere that knows how to pour a black and tan. Yeah. I do not. I don't know how to do that, really. That's the first time I ever tried it. Obviously, I wasn't successful, but I'm going to try again, and I'm going to try and make it work, make a video of a successful black and tan pour.
Yeah.
I'll keep practicing until I get it right. But that, even as is, it's good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, like I said, to me, black and tan, I always thought of black and tan, of black beer, tan foam.
Mm-mm. There's supposed to be a graduation between the ale and the stout.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's called black and tan. It's half black, half tan. Like
I'm an uneducated.
Get the one beer like literally on top of the other in the glass.
I'm an uneducated swine. What could I say?
Oh, it's okay. I forgive you.
Oh, thank you, honey.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
So
I'm just gonna pour it all in there and get it all over and done with because. Why not?
Yeah. Well, while we enjoy these, how was your weekend, brother?
It ain't over yet, son. It ain't over yet. No, it's been good so far. Had the mother-in-law's birthday party, which was nice. You know, like we went to
a little bit of an aristocrat.
Definitely went to a nice place for that. It was nice, and that was it. You know, just otherwise, just chilling with the family, trying to enjoy 2 days off of work.
Yeah.
Other than that,
it was interesting here for the weekend. It
Yeah.
was, I had our brother Joe here with the family, and then one of my best
You had
friends.
all the kids with him too, I'm
Oh yeah,
assuming?
oh yeah, the kids, the wife, they all came, and then my best friend from here came with his wife, and we all hung out. Friday we all had dinner, hung out till like I don't know, 2 in the morning, drinking. You know,
Nice.
I had cracked the mead. I had back sweetened and cracked the mead that I made. Went off like a hit. Went off like a big hit. Um,
Well, you said you made it kind of strong, didn't you?
oh, yeah. I think it gravitated out at 13 and a half.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
Can't sell that in Ohio.
no. It was definitely, but it smooth. And even for sitting as little time as it did, it was. And we finished 3 bottles.
It's easy. Like some of that meat is real easy to make disappear real
Yeah,
fast. It can be very dangerous.
yeah. And then so we did that Friday night. Um, excuse me. Saturday we went to a place called Smithville down here in Jersey. If anybody knows from Jersey that sees this video, you should know where Smithville is. It's on exit 48 on the Parkway. As the girls call it, the three wives call it. It's New Jersey's own version of a Hallmark video. So what it is it's in a township called Galloway, but it's its
Okay.
own little like section, right? You park your car, you walk in, and it's all these little tiny houses, but they're all shops, right? So they had like peanut butter shops, they have a wine store, they have balsamic vinegar and olive oil store, they have a men's store, they have Christmas stores and food, all that shit. Um, and we had a blast. The kids were walking around, they were looking at stuff.
It's like an open air mall almost.
To a degree, yeah, but each individual store is privately owned by the person. So there's no corporations. It's just all private owned businesses up until a point where there's a section that has a bed and breakfast in it. So you can literally stay on site and just do everything there.
Sure.
I listen. I enjoy going down there. I have fun. The kids run around. The adults would go into different shops. You know, God only knows how much money was spent because who went into a shop and bought $400 worth of candy? Who went into, whatever.
It's a lot of candy.
Oh, it took the girls like half an hour to get out of the candy store.
But
Yeah, because it was like,
you're
I want
talking
this,
about
I want
adults.
this, I want this, I want this, I want this. There's a picture that's going to be floating around where Mr. Joanna and I are probably going to, or I'm going to go buy 2 signs that we saw. The sign says it's a beach style sign, and it says, "We don't skinny dip, we chunky dunk."
Nice.
So Joe's wife took a picture of us going like this, pointing at the sign. So I'll probably post that up at some point.
Chunky dunk.
Yep, we chunky dunk, and then after that, man, we came back. I made homemade menegot for dinner.
What?
Homemade menegot, the pasta.
What word is that?
Menegot.
That's not how you say it.
If you say manicotti, I
Oh,
swear.
no. You're what? You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Sorry.
I was gonna say, don't tell me manicotti because that's no. But that's like this. What'd you say?
Yeah. Did you say manicotti?
That's as bad as going. You have the ricotta cheese.
The ricotta or the ziti?
Yeah.
Get the ziti?
Yeah. You have the mozzarella. Stab you in the face.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, mozzarella. But no, after that we had dinner. My buddy brought over a shitload of firewood because they came back with us again, and the adults and the kids hung out outside, had a fire.
Nice.
I think Me and Joe went to bed around 3 this morning, and they left around, I think they left at like 10. So they should be actually almost home, actually.
Very cool.
So, love seeing my nieces. I love seeing, his wife and him, obviously.
I miss all those freaking idiots.
Yeah, we'll get you out here. We'll get you out here at some point. Stay here, whatever.
Hopefully soon. What I will say is that probably won't happen at least until the spring. I'm gonna wait till the winter weather breaks and then try doing something like that because driving that all the way through on Route 80 through Pennsylvania can be murder in the wintertime.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, the only cool thing about living from you to me, it would be you would just take 80 and then south.
Yeah.
And then you'd hit here. And then if we ever, had them come up or we went down, whatever. But no, I mean, other than that, man, like I said, it was fun.
Nice.
Today is just going to be this, hanging out with you for a little bit, hanging out with our friends, our viewers, and going to be working on some special stuff for tonight.
Oh,
so
special stuff. Well, I mean, we'll get to see the special stuff before this video comes out.
Yeah,
so
it's nothing. It's nothing crazy. Just some new music and a couple things changed.
We got some new stuff.
Mm-hmm. There is going to be a segment on the show that we're going to surprise you with.
Oh God!
So, just know that. What's the way I could say this that I'm not going to ruin it? Just know that something has knees. Don't try.
All right, I'm gonna have to wait and find out because that's not just very vague; it's also extremely confusing. So I'll see it when I see it.
Just know something has knees. And there's a picture floating around on the internet that scares the living shit out of our 6'8" brother.
All right, now I'm dying. So I'll see you later.
It was definitely. I discovered that it scared the shit out of him when I said, "Hey, this has knees, right?" And he went, "No, the fuck it doesn't."
Oh, are you talking about penguins?
Don't even try and guess.
Have knees, they're just underneath all their
Don't
skin.
even try and guess. Because it came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know how it came up. And then he Googled it and saw this one specific picture that went, I would die. I would die. And he can't even look at it. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, now I can't wait.
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm gonna fall off my chair because I'm gonna be laughing so hard.
I'm very excited. I want to see him fall. I want to see you fall off his chair, and I want to see Joe scared. That's gonna be funny.
God. But how you making out over there? I know you got your 2, so.
I got my 2 done. Well, you got another one to go, don't you?
I do. So, Butcher did his 2 in one shot to show you the blueberry muffin. That's awesome. I am definitely going to try that, by the way, because I am a huge fan of blueberry muffins.
That actually knows how to pour the black and tan, though.
Either way, I'll try it myself. I don't give a shit. Fucking beer. I'll drink it. But my favorite segment of the day is going to be the local highlight. This one is from Icarus Brewing in Lakewood, New Jersey. It is called For the Story. And clearly you could see the firemen on there. And as always, especially with this past weekend, it was Veterans Day weekend, or is Veterans Day weekend. We want to thank, and this goes from myself and Butcher to the whole cast of the We Ain't Raised Right crew. We thank every veteran for their service. We much appreciate you. Past, present, future, you guys are amazing. This one hits home a little bit for me because this is, whether or not it was intended to firemen or whatever, I'm a retired police officer, very close friends with a lot of firemen. And this is that one. It is a Imperial India Pale Ale. It is wow, I can't fucking read that. That either says 8.2 or 6.2. Can't really tell because it's about that big.
Love that.
So
I didn't even look at the ABVs on mine.
I'm sure you'll find out in probably about 20 minutes, especially when you combine them. Cue sexy pour music, fresh glass.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow,
Little tip that I
wow.
learned from the brewery: always pour at a 45-degree angle because you will get the perfect amount of head.
And as we know, head is very important.
That's right, for any kind of lasting relationship, whether it's beer or marriage. Again,
That doesn't just go for you ladies, too. That goes for you guys.
that's right. Women can get head too. Just make sure they don't have berries. Cheers.
Oh, all right. Look at that.
This is definitely a lot lighter in color rather than the ale. Ooh, this one's very, very, very citrusy to the nose. Um, well, Slancha. Ooh, definitely has some bite to it. Definitely citrusy, and as you know, I'm a fan of citrusy beers. I do like them because they kind of break it up. Not totally sure, and by all means, if anybody knows more about Imperial Pale Ales than I do, fucking tell me what they're brewed with. This could be the hops, this could be fruit, this could be whatever. But, oh, here we go. Copiously dry hopped with lupin citra, Columbus and lupin mosaic, and then double dry hopped with Styrian, Styrin, dragon, port. Oh, part, I'm sorry. Double dry hopped with Styrian dragon. Part of all proceeds from this can go towards first responder charities in memory of those who've lost their lives in the line of duty.
There it is. There it is. Buy some of that, just on principle.
Definitely buy some of this. As always, like in the last video, I'm going to link the websites to the breweries. I'm going to link the websites to butchers' breweries. So if you can't get it, if you can get alcohol shipped to you, I'm going to link the websites so you guys can enjoy all this stuff.
Do it.
So, again, I'm going to finish this up.
Finish.
And, yeah, man, other than that, I don't know. Haven't really been doing much this week. Trying to get... Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a much, much harder job than I do. I envy you. Or I don't envy you. Let me put it that way.
Is what it is.
Listen, man, I give you credit. It's definitely one of those jobs where, and I'm not going to tell everybody what your job is, but, definitely one of those jobs where it can be taxing.
I work with industrial equipment.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
There you go. And then, yeah, man, like I said, it's just been nonstop. I will tell you a funny story, though, that happened Friday night.
Tell me a story.
So, Friday night, as I said, Joe and the kids and the wife were here. And then my friends came. After dinner, being that it was Veterans Day weekend, I had taken them to my brewery. And for those of you that didn't watch last week or want to watch last week, it's Backward Flag Brewery out here in Forked River. It's like 10 minutes from my house. I work there. It's a blast, right? Joe's wife is a veteran. And let's just say she hasn't gone out much. Well, the bar is basically an Army bar and a Marine bar. Let's just say she was a little overstimulated. Because, little bit. Because we get there, the bar is jammed, right? Fucking jammed. You know, because all the vets drank for, you know, whatever, you know, sponsored, all that kind of stuff. Joe nearly gets raped by one of the bartenders who I know. When you see the video from Veterans Day, because I am going to put up a video for our channel.
A guy or a girl?
A guy. Joe, and again, most of you who are going to see this know Joe, but you don't know Joe. Joe is 6'8". He is one of the largest humans I've ever seen him personally in my life.
Yep.
And when we explain, and Butcher, you could attest to this, when we explain how big Joe is, people don't process it.
It's hard to imagine.
Mm-hmm. So I told him, you know, and by the way, the person I'm talking about who nearly raped Joe is Jeff the brewer.
All right.
Okay. So we walk into the bar. We had brought them cupcakes because my wife made cupcakes out of that STFU beer that I did last week.
Yeah.
She made cupcakes using that beer.
Ooh.
So the cake was infused with the STFU beer, the coffee beer, and then she made coffee icing on top of it. Oh, dude, they were good. They were slamming. Yeah, they were good.
That sounds good.
So we walk in, you know, and I'm saying hi as whatever, I'm going in. And then all of a sudden, because he's right behind me, all of a sudden they're like, "Ah, oh, John, whatever, blah, blah, blah." And they just go like this. And I went, "That's my buddy Joe." And they went, "Holy crap."
What the air a little thin up there?
The funniest part, dude, so Jeff the brewer, little tuned up. Because all they do is everybody was drinking, right? And it didn't matter. Like, everybody was drinking. So Jeff the brewer at one point sneaks down in like a huddled position like this, right? And he sneaks around a couple people. And he gets like within arm's reach of Joe. And then he grabs onto Joe and buries his head in his chest like this. And he's going like a submissive like animal going. Right? I'm crying laughing. And Joe is like patting him on the back, you know, saying, "Hey buddy, what's going on? Nice to meet you." You know. It was like a local celebrity walked in, right? It's hilarious. So he says hi. We put the stuff down. This other guy, nobody knows, right? I know who he is, but I've heard of him, right? We walk out of the back, and this other guy just looks at Joe and goes, "You are the largest human I've ever seen." Looks at me and goes, "Can you take a picture, please?" So at this point, I had on my phone gone live on YouTube. So I click live on YouTube. I have one picture like this. I have my phone like this live on YouTube up here. Joe hands me his phone. And I'm snapping the pictures like this with this finger. And I'm looking at the screen like this. Jeff the brewer comes up again. And somehow backs his ass up to Joe's crotch.
No.
Right? I'm going to send you these pictures, or I got to have Joe send you these pictures later because they're on his phone. And you'll see it when I upload the video. Joe's face is just, you know how he does like the eyebrow and all like the, just, I caught that look in pictures. Dude, I was dying. I was absolutely dying.
Realize if we don't cut this out, you're gonna have to post those pictures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I fully intended on posting those pictures. There was no
All
question.
right.
There's no question. And that's going to be part of the Veterans Day Marine Corps birthday video that I'm going to be putting out.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way, for everybody who watched those videos. I know it was a long, like 3-part stream that night.
Yeah, I was in there.
Combined, I had 152 views on those 3 streams. Not
Very
a lot to
nice.
some people, but to me, that's a lot.
Hey, doesn't matter.
You know, but I'm going to be cutting those videos up and making a huge video out of it to celebrate that whole weekend, or this whole weekend. But yeah, so then, you know, everybody kind of makes their way outside to the table. And we have a game called Dildo Toss at the brewery. Swear to God.
Is it on a very smooth, flat table and you have to make the dildo stick on the suction cup?
Close. It's kind of like darts. So the object, and it's on about, I'd say, what is this, like 4 feet? A 4 feet by 5 feet piece of plywood. Kind of like axe throwing. There's a target, you know,
Yeah.
like a freedom shooter target,
Sure.
right? And the object is to get said dildo stuck, because it's not just any, it's one of those.
Okay. Yeah.
We walk outside, and let's just say some young folk are tossing these things at the dartboard. At that point, we were like, I don't know about that. Again, all in good fun, no big deal, right? And it got to a point where my buddy Q comes outside and just looks at me and goes, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Q is a black dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
No easy way to say it. I'm not going to go PC because we're not PC. He's a black dude. He takes the one from the child and shoves it in his pocket, in his front pocket. I looked at this man and without skipping a beat went, dude, do you really need that much help? And he looked at me and went, and just immediately died laughing. Just immediately died laughing. And I went, you don't need that much help. Come on. Like, really?
Give it to one of us Irish white folk.
Right. Like, give it to the white guy. Like, come on. You know. It was an interesting game. We lasted about an hour. We lasted about an hour at the brewery. And the girls were like, we want to go. And I was like, all right, let's go. You know.
Yeah.
And then that was it. But it was definitely the highlight of my night was watching Joe get the celebrity treatment and get nearly raped by Jeff the brewer, and the absolute hilarity that happened after that, because that was too good to be just not caught on video.
Absolutely.
But on that note, unfortunately, we can't do the final sip because I think he has more than I do, or he has just about as much as I do. Oh, damn it. Oh, you're done already? Damn it. All right. So, again, we are the Fermented Fanatics. I hope you enjoyed the show. Butcher, as always, it's an honor.
Always.
And we will see you tonight, excuse me, live on YouTube again at 8:30. That's for the We Ain't Raised Right podcast. So, final thoughts?
Like our shit.
That's right. Like, comment, whatever you want. Subscribe to the We Ain't Raised Right podcast. You get to see this and a bunch of other stuff. And I also believe the whiskey dummies are coming.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout for the whiskey dummies. That is going to be brought to you by Joe On It and Ogre Smash.
Oh,
Until
we're
then,
smashing.
until then, we will see you next week.